Hey merch nerds, it's Brenna the merch nerd back again. Am I wearing the same thing as I was wearing in the other video? Why, yes I am, because it is Sunday, February 11th, and I had a rough day yesterday and did not manage to record. But instead of skipping it, I'm just doubling up to stay on our 28-day Just Talk journey. And you're gonna have ebbs and flows. I am going to give myself grace and give you grace, but we all still have the same goal in mind of get used to talking, get used to publishing, and just get it out there. And so I am doing a second publication today to get yesterday's video podcast out there. And so one of the reasons that I kind of ran out of energy yesterday is I had logged on, signed up for a webinar, as I do, because I will listen to everybody talk about marketing forever and ever. But I've listened to so many of the webinars, and usually they just kind of act as background noise for me while I'm doing something else. It's kind of, I usually pick up one or two things. It's worthwhile, just kind of something to listen to, and it, gives me some structure to say, okay, while this webinar is going on, yesterday's goal was to clean out my email inbox, which is in the 5 figures. But I logged on and joined a training that was so intense, I could not do anything else but frantically take notes for 3 hours. And it was really, really valuable information from Alicia Lyttle, spelled with a Y, Lyttle. Amazing. I will put her link in the description, because if you come across anything she does, you should definitely tune in. But she did a rundown of the top AI tools that she's using and gave the secret question to use for ChatGPT to turn it into a pretty decent intern to an amazing right-hand person in your team. So I'm going to give you that at the very end. But let's run down some of the tools that she showed off. All of these have a free option, which is amazing. And I am going to be starting to play with these, but I want to share this with you right away so you can start to play with these as well. All right, so the first one was Ideogram, and that turns an idea into a visual. And this is going to be great for merch, because kind of it's one thing to kind of have it in your head, but I don't know, I'm not that good of an artist. I like to sketch, but I'm not talented at it. You may not be an artist at all, but also it takes time. So Ideogram, you put in a prompt saying, I want to see this phrase on a t-shirt worn by this person, and it gives you art. And it can be, I want to see a shirt that looks in these colors, it's kind of varsity style with stripes. It's going to give you some ideas. So it's a really quick way to iterate what's in your head into an actual visual. Now, it does mess up the words often, but you can fix that in Canva. And there's kind of a Canva hack where you can actually change the text. That was amazing too. And Canva, again, has a free option. Canva is, and you can do a ton of stuff with the free Canva. It's kind of the new Photoshop / Adobe. And because it was built for online use, it really is friendly with all of these AI programs. So if you haven't heard of Canva somehow, also use Canva. Now, another sort of hidden gem that I've never heard anybody else talk about is 11 Labs. So the number 11 Labs. And this is kind of scary, but also amazing. You can record your voice talking about whatever, and it will basically then clone your voice into new text. So once you record your voice, you could send over a blog post, and then using 11 Labs, that blog post is then read by you into a podcast. So if you're somebody who wants to podcast, but you tend to write versus talk, this is a great way for you to not have to talk. You just write, and then 11 Labs will talk for you in your voice. So that one's really cool. I definitely am excited to play around with that. And then Hey and Pictory will take your a video of you and then turn that video of you into a video of you talking about whatever you want to make it talk about. So it still looks kind of robotic. It's a little obvious it's cloned, which honestly I think right now maybe is a good thing because that way you can kind of trust it more if you're like, all right, that's the clone versus that's not the clone. But again, you could have, I could record myself for a couple minutes just talking, and then it'll take my general mannerisms and clone those out. So if I want to, have videos of myself doing a bunch of just quick FAQ answers, but it's me talking, giving my answer, potentially created along with that ChatGPT with Jimmy. So Pictory, another cool one to play with. And then Hey Jen also uses you, or kind of clones your video. And then finally, ChatGPT. I think that's the one that most people are familiar with at this point, at least have heard of. But again, there's the secret question that she shared. And again, it's Alicia Lyttle. I will put her contact in the description because you should certainly follow her. She's kind of the queen of AI right now, the AI master. But how do you use ChatGPT to really give you good stuff? Because it'll only give you output as good as the input. Here's the magic question. What do you need from me? So, hey Chat, I need a marketing plan for my new Merch Nerd podcast. What do you need from me? And then ChatGPT is going to give you a bunch of questions that it needs from you. You answer them and give them back to ChatGPT and start a really fast, basically coaching session with a computer to quickly develop a marketing plan, posts, content ideas, a bunch of things that would take you a long time, a lot of research time to do, you can then pull off really quickly. So that's the big, I think, pearl of that talk. What do you need from me? All right, guys, check out Alicia Lyttle, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.